You know what this is? This is the nether. Demons and man-eating monsters live down here. Trust me, you don't want to be a man down here. But guess what? I am that man. I'm gonna go to the nether, and I'm gonna collect the legendary skull. Alright, so I started the day off by waking up in one of the villages, ready to start my adventure. I searched around to see if I could find anything useful, and I did. I found a scarf that makes the wearer invisible. I thought this was pretty useful since the mods wouldn't be able to see me, but I soon found out that I was completely wrong. And I didn't learn about this until later on, so I kept the scarf in my inventory for a very long time. As soon as I got back home, I instantly started storing all the loot I had into the chest. I had a lot of dragon parts, and I didn't want them to go to waste. I went outside to go feed the chickens, but when I got there, they were already dead. I was a little sad, but I didn't need them anymore since I had all the trees that I needed, and I already had the pets that I wanted. I knew I wasn't going to be able to survive in the nether with this crappy gear, so I started thinking I needed better armor, and also Prot 4. I went out to search for more serpents, but my curiosity brought me to a temple on the sea. And no, I don't mean a sea temple, but a temple where a demon roams, turning everything it sees into stone. Rumors say just one look is all it takes and you'll be turned into stone for all eternity. I entered the temple and walked down the stairs. There she was, slithering around. I pulled out the boys in blue ready to attack. No matter what I sent out to attack her though, she would turn into stone. I knew I had to fight her myself, so I kept my head down as I attacked. Boom! Just like that, I had taken the head of the witch. Yeah, I was going home with a prize, and a big one at that. I went back out and found a sea serpent and killed it pretty easily. Not long after, I started crafting its armor set. After making the armor, I decided I would make a crossbow as well. If you didn't know, a crossbow in medieval craft is actually the strongest weapon in the game. If you use it correctly, that is. The crossbow itself isn't all that strong, but the bolts are. An iron bolt does 4 times more damage than a normal bolt would do. And an iron arrow only does 2 times more damage than what a normal arrow would do. This is a 2 times different. Also, the bolts cost less and pierce 25% armor, meaning it ignores armor by 25%. Yeah, it's basically OP. After making the bolts to go with it, I enchanted the crossbow and started thinking of ways to enchant more of myself. I found a villager that went by the name Gabriella. I took her back to my house. Okay, that's not what I meant. After she entered my house, I started to create a lectern. I placed it down and she gave me a trade that was sharpness 3. I decided to lock it since I could get XP pretty easily, so this was actually pretty good, and I could also just enchant the books together to get sharpness 5, which really wasn't that hard, and I actually did it fairly easy. I started doing this with more of the villagers around the village. I ended up with more trades like Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3. I even got a trade that allowed me to get iron bolts for free. Well, they weren't free, but I didn't have to craft them, which was actually pretty much a lifesaver. After doing all this enchanting, I thought my sword would need an upgrade, so I ended up making a diamond greatsword. And let me tell you, this thing packs a punch, mostly when you slap sharpness 5 on it. I had everything I needed, and I was finally ready to take on the nether. At least, that's what I thought. Upon entering the nether, I was attacked by a chaos demon. I was sent flying and had no choice but to run. I hopped on my rock and flew as far away as possible. A few meters ahead, I saw the nether fortress. It stood on top of lava, making it glow in some type of weird way with its red nether-like brick. I quickly entered the fortress looking only for wither bones and wither skulls. I got grabbed by a demon and I ended up panicking, which led to me dropping my sword. I tried picking it up, but I died before I could even get the chance to do that. I knew I needed to get my sword back, and in order to do that, I had to go back into the nether to collect it. After retrieving my sword, I went back to finding and killing wither skeletons. I came into a battle with a demon that has a 25% chance of dropping a Wither Skull. He was pretty strong, but I used my brain and actually killed him this time. But somehow, someway, the world, it denied my existence. And as soon as I killed the beast, I ended up falling into the void. How does this even happen? Like what? After coming back, I was feeling a bit down. That was until I found out that, hey, I got the last Wither Skull that I needed. So, you know what? Actually, this day was pretty successful. And you know what? I think you guys should watch the next video when it comes out. Trust me, you do not want to miss that. I'm going to be talking about something special. So, yeah, take care.